We're here talking to Joe Saunders, the #2 LinkedIn influencer in Asia Pacific or the world.
No, Asia Pacific, but I'm aiming for the world.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
What a great privilege! And you're from Perth.
Yes, little old Perth.
That tells that nothing is impossible here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me about how you started with LinkedIn.
Well,
From that to where you are right now.
well, accidental. I fell into it.
Fell into it.
Well, one thing I like to do, and this is when I work with clients, I get them to do this, is to look back and look at all the things that you love doing, and there's always a connection, like almost like an invisible thread that goes between them.
Right.
As to why you love it. So, I say it's accidental because I fell into it. So my background before I started my business was running events, so sort of coordinating conferences around Australia and events locally.
Wonderful. Business conferences?
Yeah, business conferences, professional development. And I love that stuff. I love bringing people together. I love helping people connect and learn. So going back to the threads, and then that's the thing I love about that. So I then decided to start my own business. So social media just became part of marketing, So when I say fell into it, you have to market events, you have to market businesses. Social media became part of it, and LinkedIn was the social media platform that I just love. I'm a highly curious person, so I'm always looking at better ways to use things, how it works. I read the user agreement. That's probably one of my differentiators. I don't on any other platform, but LinkedIn I make it my business to understand what's okay, what's not okay.
Did I hear you read user agreements?
Yeah.
As in all those fine prints.
Yeah, but the LinkedIn
no one ever read anything like that.
Well, I guess I usually ask that question when I do speaking. I usually say, so who's read the user agreement? And occasionally you'll get one person.
That's you.
It's me. Well, because I specialise in it, and I think to specialise in something, you have to know it inside out. You have to know where the boundaries are.
Right.
So there are some people who specialise who clearly either don't read it or don't care about what the rules are and will do whatever they want for their own benefit.
Right.
But I just think there's a risk involved there. So clearly I don't risk something and boundaries. I mean, I wouldn't have blue hair if I didn't like living on the edge.
That's my second question, but please.
Yes. So I'm not a rule follower blindly. I want to understand what the rules are, where the boundaries are, and then how you can work within them to get to the outcome.
Which one to break?
Yeah, and what the risks are in breaking that, and what does it mean. So that's just how I work. So I guess I got to a point with LinkedIn that people constantly asking me questions because they know that I know a lot about it. And then one of my mentors at the time said, "Why don't you become a LinkedIn specialist?" And this is when I was doing, I was doing Facebook a lot more than LinkedIn at that time. And I thought, oh no, I don't want to be too niche. I don't want to be too narrow. So I resisted for quite a while, and then I started getting asked to speak at conferences, and I didn't do any public speaking back then. I said, oh no, here's some person. I like connecting people, so I said, here's a person that can help you. And then my husband said to me one day, why can't you speak at the conference?
Right.
And I didn't have a good enough answer, apart from I don't know how to speak, I've never done that, it's too uncomfortable, what if I embarrass myself? So then I started doing some training, learning different speaking skills. But the thing I tell people who are new to public speaking or find it really, really scary is, yeah, sure, learn speaking, but also do improvisation. Improv.
Right.
I think that's the best speaker training you can do because it helps you be in the moment.
And there's no excuse for you, really, because you're speaking your own language.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you have to speak your language. You have to public speak.
Yeah. Well, and I guess that's what I've learned, is just to be yourself, because you can learn to be a speaker, and you probably see some of these speakers who are performers. They can, deliver a fantastic keynote speech on a stage.
After that.
And then you speak to them in person, and they're a very different person. Maybe they're quite shy.
Are you like that?
No. I speak the way I speak. So I think that's just my style. I like to be very conversational on stage.
And very practical, I find your speech.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
And I guess one of the things I was thinking about was, where do I fit in as a speaker? So, and just last night by chance, I'm part of Professional Speakers Australia, and we're constantly learning the business of speaking and growing. And one thing I realised is, I don't necessarily want to be the keynote speaker that's the motivational rah-rah type of person. That's just not me. I'm more of a content speaker. So sharing expertise, inspiring people to maybe rethink how they use LinkedIn, but I want to give people practical things to take away so they can actually put it into action rather than just feeling good but with nothing to do. So that's not me. That's not who I'm.
So you're giving nuggets for people to
Yeah,